There's a lot of news about the current state of the real estate market and the proposed NAR settlement. Much of the news, unfortunately, is inaccurate and not correct. This is a brief recap about what is really happening and what the settlement means for both buyers and sellers. The NAR proposed settlement. What does this mean for buyers and sellers in the future? The signing of a buyer representation agreement prior to seeing homes in person will be a requirement in all 50 states. That means as a buyer looking for a home, this buyer agreement must be signed by the buyer and the agent prior to seeing homes in person. Offers of compensation for the agent of the buyer will be prohibited from being advertised in a multiple listing service. Historically, there were no requirements regarding the amount, but compensation had to be offered in compliance with clear cooperation policies. 88% of home buyers worked with a real estate agent to purchase their home, and 90% of buyers would use their agent again or recommend them to another buyer. So what is a buyer representation agreement? It's an agreement between a buyer and their agent that outlines the agent and the buyer's duties, how long they will work together, the scope of their search, how the agent will be paid, and disclosures for dual and designed agency. So you might be asking yourself, what if you can't afford to pay your buyer's agent? The seller can pay the buyer a credit at closing. This is known as a seller concession. The buyer can then use those funds to pay their agent. So again, you might be asking yourself, do sellers have to offer compensation to the agent of the buyer? The answer is no, but they may want to. 50% of transactions over the next 12 months will involve a first-time buyer, and 80% of those buyers will not have funds to pay their agent. Sellers can end up excluding buyers by not providing compensation, which might mean less interest and fewer offers for their home. Are you still confused? Does it make sense? I realize it's complicated. I'd be happy to schedule a call or a meeting to discuss these new changes further and what they mean for both buyers and sellers. Contact me when you're thinking about buying or selling. Thank you.